Everyone, welcome back to some more Pokemon Yellow Legacy. So just to save time, did some supply stock up and headed over to Lavender Town. I don't think anyone's gonna... I don't know if anyone's going to have any different dialogue or anything like that. Yeah. Okay, so yours is a little bit different. So, first things first, before we even get to deal with ghosts, we get to deal with our rival battle. So we'll see. If he's leading with his flying type, we'll trade out Mr. Slam. I mean, that's grim. You just want to... Oh, yeah, I hope I can kill some people on your team. Okay, yeah. Still is leading with Firo. That's fair enough. Yeah, you're still using dumb things like Whirlwind. I like how he's in like the mid-30s, so this is like a little bit more than I expected it to be. Well, let's see. I think we can still make it work. Especially if they're just going to use things like Whirlwind and Roar. Like, how did you make it this far, man? Well, that's not going to save you from a special damage. So the rival's not playing this very smart. Yeah, we can use all the special attacks here. Man, it's always good. I don't know if that's coming up on audio or not, but hearing those kind of sirens that early in the morning. Scyther. Alright. That's a nice, cool counter to my Pinsir. The wing attack. I can't remember if he learned that back in Gen 1 or not. Yeah, well, that's not going to help you too much either, because now your attacks are going to be a little bit weaker. Okay. Whew, lots of experience. Oh, okay, so we do have Vaporeon. I didn't remember if he had the evolved form yet or not, but... Well, we do have our handy counter. Fortunately, you're still using water gun, although I can't say too much about it because I still have Thunder Shock. I think I looked it up, and Jolteon will learn Thunderbolt at 36. Alright, there we go. So even though he had a fairly higher level team than I did, we still... You just caught a Cubone. Find the grown-up Marowak yet. Although, you could have caught them before the Pokemon Tower now. Although, yeah, though, originally this was the only place to get them, so... I'm surprised, they didn't update that bit of dialogue. That could be something that would be like, hey, alright, since we moved Cubone locations, we can change the rival dialogue maybe in that fight. Not a big deal, but... Now, I did get some repels, just in case things are, Yeah, just in case the encounter rate ends up being a little bit more annoying than I anticipate it being here. Let's see. We'll put you out front here to start out with. Let's see how some of these channeler fights go here. Alright, so yeah, they're just in the mid-20s. Yeah, it would be nice to have fight be dark type as it used to be, or as it becomes, I should say. Alright, very first attack that they land on me, and it poisons me. Ooh, Psywave. Alright, so we do have some updated moves here. So that's kind of interesting, at least. You're saved! Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not really sure, like, if the implication's supposed to be they're not really, like, trainers, but they're, like, the ghosts that they send out are just, ones that are possessing them. And I think I've talked about it a little bit before, where it's like, you know, it is interesting how the Sylph-scope mechanic was pretty much immediately dropped after the Kanto games. Like, I know, I think I theorized before, like, I think, like, when you have Gold and Silver taking place, it's like 3 years later, so maybe it's like, well, you know, now we've made discoveries in universe where they no longer, you know, need the Sylph-scope or whatever, but I think it was just like, well, for this game, they just wanted to have a reason why you would have to go and fight through the Rocket headquarters to get an item before you could just do the Pokemon Tower. Yeah, so much poison. Withdraw. You can probably get rid of Tail Whip anyway. I think raising defense would be a little bit more useful than lowering defense. The spirit left. Yeah, let me just suck up all my antidotes on these poison. I mean, we do eventually unlock the one healing pad in the middle of this dungeon area here. I just kind of, I mean, it's not really like a super long dungeon. Oh, you have a Vulpix. Okay, so yeah, as I now switched down from the water type. Again, like, absolutely not expecting that. That's such like a really interesting change. Like, I'm not really sure what... what am I doing? Yeah. You were possessed by the Vulpix, I guess. I don't know. Be cursed with me! I mean, I guess, like, the Vulpix does use things, like, known for using Confuse Ray. So maybe we're kind of going that direction with it, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, not just seeing oh my god, it's poison. Everything's poisoning me. But yeah, not just seeing only Ghastly, and I know, like, at least one of them has a Haunter. Oh yeah, he got a good roll on that Psywave. Drowsy. Alright. Well, let's take a new angle on this whole thing here. Alright, cool. What? I'll tell you what. Alright, so now... yeah, we can let you go out in front. Let's see, what do we have here? Elixir. Beat me not. Well, I must. Okay, you have... well, I don't know if you were originally the one that had the Haunter or not, but you do have a Haunter, so... let's see, yeah, I'm sure we wanted to poison me before I dig. Oh no, we didn't. Yeah, of course, that 4 times effective smog. I wanna heal from that too. I'm actually kind of tempted, like, I know Nidoking's cool, but, like going after, a ghost type. I'll have to decide if I want to, do that or not. I mean, I know I've used the Ghastly family a lot. It's like, with Magneton, it's like, oh, you know. Well, let's see. If I, put you to sleep, well, paralyzed, of course. They're just landing their status moves left and right here. Of course. Oh. Well, never mind. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll have to probably just come back. I'm not gonna try to deal with this, right now. Alright, well, we want to grab that item. Ghost! Alright. Of course, poison gas. Well, why wouldn't it have been a poison gas? And confuse rate, yeah, that's even better. Vulpix, well, yeah, now that's a definite nope. So we'll just yeah, we'll just make a switch there. Alright, I think we'll be alright. Awakening, okay. An HP up, alright. We found a lot of those out here in the wild. Oh yeah, I'll probably have to switch, well, yeah, it's not really much you can do because the double kick and horn attack are not going to work against a ghost. Not even Mr. Slam, like, you know, the Twin Needle is not going to be especially effective, so... yeah, with ghosts, I'm a little bit more limited on my team here. At least with the current moves I've got here. Ugh, alright. Don't make me bust out my repels. This is how we're gonna be. I'm gonna do it because, you know, this is getting a little bit annoying here. So where's my repels? There we go. Super repels. There we go. So we can now go after you. You shall join us. What if I don't want to, though? Alright, so I mean, I can at least see that their team levels have definitely got a nice buff. Yeah, poison gas, go ahead, because we're like right on top of the healing area. Oh, Psywave missed. Alright, I'm not sure if Psywave is 100% accurate move, and that was just that Gen 1, you know, mechanic. Alright, Ninetales. Yeah, confused, Ray. Yeah, check out that special defense here. I mean, granted, it's just special here, but... yeah, of course. Roar. Alright, yeah, that... definitely need to get these moves off of these Pokemon here, because, yeah... It's pretty wild, like, how many of these guys are still using things like Roar and Whirlwind. Ah, no, I almost walked straight into the other trainer before I got a chance to heal. Zombies! Mr. Mime? Oh, well. I figured you probably would end up outspeeding me, that's fine. Of course in light screen too, why not? Yeah, I'm not really sure which one's really doing much more damage. It's pretty equal, so... yeah, it's like, hey, let me at least try for the Paralyze hacks now that we've lowered the speed. If I'd known a Mr. Mime was coming up, that would have been a great one for Pinsir to deal with. Alright, Psywave. Ugh. And it confuses Ray. Of course. This is probably going to kill me. He's going to get a good roll, isn't he? Oh my gosh. Of course. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, I know don't really have the best things here, but I can use Seismic Toss. That's at least immune to the type matchups here. I mean, that's actually not super terrible because they at least have kind of low HP. No, I want... no, yeah. I want to have McFly go out front here. Yeah, well, see, there's Vulpix too, so we're probably going to get that Roar coming out here. Well, no, we're going to start with Confuse Ray. Alright, they can be taught. Man, he's just getting really bad luck with the confusion rolls there and hurting himself. Alright, well there we go. That time was a little bit better. As I said that, you know, then we got good luck. Well, you know, we'll try it. I can use seismic toss at least. At least being able to do 31 damage isn't terrible. See? Like, their HP is not super great. Yeah, I'm curious, you know, if they modified the sine wave then. I mean, granted, I think it was, like, always somewhere between, you know, one and, yeah, they're, of course, poison, but yeah, you know, half and 1/2 of, you know, half and 1.5 of whatever your HP is. It's sort of some random number in that range. So I am a little bit curious if that is something that was updated, because it definitely seems like it's doing, or it's at least favoring doing like a higher amount of damage. Okay, so we got one more. Give me your soul. That was changed to give me your all in the remakes, I guess. So a little bit too dark. So you're definitely seeing a lot more haunters as well. So yeah, they definitely gave this a nice buff. I mean, yeah, this always used to be a little bit of a laugher, because I mean, you're just mostly dealing with Ghastly, so if you had anything that could deal with them, there wasn't really too much stress and strain after you finished your rival fight. Hypno. Okay, that is excellent time to use Mr. Slam. Let's get that twin needle going here. Yeah, it just absolutely wastes Hypno. Alright. Let's go back and heal again. We're getting like a lot of use out of this healing spot. Alright, you know. Deal with you. Give me blood! I don't think if that one got changed. I was like, alright, blood's fine, but give me your soul, that's going too far. Hey, we burned. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't really do too much in terms of how much damage they're gonna do, because they rely on specials. Yeah. Not to use Drowsy. Well, again, we have like the perfect counter for that. Not like the one I'm leaning on, mind you. And Haunter. You know what? Yeah, okay, Sine Wave. Yeah, see, look, I mean, it's definitely doing more, because that did 40 damage. I'm not going to risk it. I want him to at least get some experience from here. Yeah, see, Smog, that would have definitely ended me here. Well, the good news is you can't paralyze me. Hey! Like, am I going all the way back downstairs to use that healing spot? You better believe it. It's like, so grateful to have that there. Oh, X accuracy. Cool. Yeah, because normally, oh yeah, you probably could get, you would have been through this whole Pokemon Tower thing by now. Of course. Start out with the Hypno. So what do you want to do? Do you want to poison gas me? Or Psychic? Okay. I see how it's going to be. Holy smokes, critical hit. What a mess. Alright. We're not messing around with this nonsense here. Yeah, good night. Alright, let's have more fun with Psywave, I suppose. Yeah. It's like, are you sure you don't want to just use Smog and really mess things up for me again? Okay, Confuse Ray. I can respect that, I suppose. Yeah, great. Oh, good. Well, at least snapped out of confusion, so... Maybe we can salvage this a little bit here. Oh, no. Of course not. We had to have more Confuse Ray. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Ninetales, yeah. Everyone's confusing. Everyone's getting confused. I'm gonna say, well, at least you don't have light screen. That would make this slightly more frustrating to deal with here. Okay. It's like, man, I'm going to be grateful just to see the Team Rocket guys eventually. Yeah, the way these guys are, was absolutely... Yeah, we're going to definitely use another Repel. Yeah, the way these guys are just absolutely owning everything here. Yeah, poor Nemesis. This is not a good area for Nidoking necessarily. At least, you know, with his moveset. 35. Okay, I think you might have been the original Haunter trainer. Sure, why not? All right, well, burn is good. Now, yeah, I mean, there's that. Buddy. Alright, I mean, it's not really going to help me too much, but at least I can get him some experience points, and he's got, Hunter's burned, so it's like I'm not super worried about it. I mean, sure, Confuse Ray's fine. I can stall out this nonsense here. Yeah, I'm not worried about that whatsoever. Of course, that I'm more worried about. Fortunately, Psywave cannot do super effective damage. I mean, but it doesn't need to, because look at that. Something fell out. Alright, so eventually we might actually get more than 10 feet in through this room here. Alright, who, yeah, sure. Who do we want to use here for... Or actually, you know what? We need, let you get up some more experience. Alright, we're rare candies. Oh, there isn't another one. So, you know what? We will let Psylocke go ahead here. Yeah. Unveil the ghost's identity. I think that was boost, because I think it's supposed to be level 30 originally, so... And of course, you know, it's completely uncatchable. So like, even if I had Master Ball, like, you cannot capture the Marowak. Alright, cool. Easy. That was like the easiest fight of the entire tower. Alright, now we get to deal with the Team Rocket goons. Oh, no, it's just Team James. Okay, that's right. That's right. I forgot that they put them here as well. That's right. Oh, we got 4. Yeah, have fun with double kick, Meowth. Alright, good old Arbok. And thanks to my insane speed, well, especially now, well, I'm still gonna outspeed you because we're both paralyzed. Yeah, acid, that's fine. So, James should have Wheezing now. Of course, you had just enough left to set out a substitute. But yeah, you should have Wheezing now, because, like, yeah. It was already kind of silly that the Arbok evolved before them. Oh, Lickitung! Okay. Well, this is a great time for Nemesis to actually get some more action in here. Alright, so you have Jesse's Lickitung. So I wonder if that means we'll get, I guess probably it would be Victory Bell for James then later. So that's cool, like seeing their team expanded a bit. Because normally in yellow they would just have their coughing, and Ekans eventually Arbok and wheezing. You know, all the way through their final appearance. So yeah, I guess we'll get to see them in the Silph-Co. I think that's the last time that they show up. Oh man, he gets the critical hit, not me. There, okay, there we go. It's like just as I say that. More smoke screen. Of course. There. See, that wasn't so difficult to deal with. Sludge, alright. Yeah, this is cool. We don't need Poison Sting now. Because the Sludge is a much better poison move. Blasting off again. Alright, so then instead of the 3 rockets, then we just only had to deal with Jesse and James. And as always, I'm always grateful that they don't make you leave or walk all the way back through the tower. Alright, get the Poke-Flute. So it's like, hey, you never need to buy an Awakening again. Alright, so that was more of a level jump than I was expecting there, so that definitely made that more exciting than I was anticipating it being. So that's a good thing, though. You don't want to just necessarily tear through everything without thinking about it. Alright, so I think next I will probably try and see how we can do with Erica's gym. And then, yeah, it'll be time to make our way down. We'll take the long road down to Fuchsia City. So, alright, we got plenty more to look forward to. I'll catch you next time, people. Bye.